Hello and welcome back to History on the Hoof. We're continuing today along the line of Mastiles Lane towards Settle, and the building we come to here on the right is called Low Trenhouse. It's a very old settlement site, the Old Norse name Trane meaning crane or waterbird and hus house. The first building there you see on the right was built by Walter Morrison in the 19th century when he owned the Tarn estate. The old 17th century house behind it there is now a barn. 800 years ago the farm was given to Fountains Abbey, and at the dissolution in 1539 the tenant was one Thomas Dean. Dean Moor and Dean Scar opposite are named after him. It was once a storehouse and headquarters for nearby lead, copper and zinc mining, which we'll go on to talk about now. About a quarter of a mile further on, you can see in the centre of the screen there the remains of the chimney of the old Smelt mill. It originally served the lead mines on Pikedoor, Grisdale and Lanscar. It was erected in the early 1700s, and at the end of the 1780s it was repurposed to process newly discovered copper ores. In 1795 it was used to process calamine which had been discovered, or zinc ore which was used in the burgeoning brass industry. The boom period for this was around 1800 to 1830. Any lead that was subsequently found around here was processed in Grassington, so carried across the valley at the Smelt mill up on the moor there. Here we are just approaching the Smelt mill site. You see to the left that's left of the buildings, and immediately in front of you is one of the two dams. It was built here because of the stream, and that was the water being used to wash the ore and power the bellows, and of course the availability of peat and coal from the Fountain Fell pits. That's where the Smelt mill was, looking at Trenhouse there. Looking over where the second reservoir was towards the stream sink. Might be able to just see there on the left hand side the line of the flue. Now this was very useful for the recovery of lead volatilized in the heating process. When it cooled it could be scraped from the stone, a task no doubt given to small boys. The flue, as well as aiding recovery of more lead and more money, also adds height to the chimney and improves the draft. This is what remains of the flue, and flags have been robbed out of it. The mill was disused by 1860 and it was soon robbed of any handy building stone. Looking back over Low Trenhouse there in the Tarn, Great Close, Chapel Fell and Fountains Fell where the coal pits are. The chimney restoration was led by Arthur Raystrick in 1965 and 1969. And there we have 1,000 years of history from the Old Norse period, the Fountains Abbey to the Industrial Revolution, all in about 200 or 300 yards and very easily accessible. I do hope you'll visit, and hope you've enjoyed today's History on the Hoof, and look forward to talking to you again soon.